What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I have your CPU versus CPU sliders for next gen consoles only. If you're looking for current gen, which means PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, then you're going to want to check out these that I got up in the top of the screen right now. I just made these last week, so they're pretty new, but these sliders are specifically for next gen. Next gen plays completely different. I mentioned that plenty of times on the channel before. You see gameplay going on right now. These games are really fun and exciting. I had a really good mixed bag, and I've made a lot of improvements since the last time I made CPU versus CPU. Some of the bigger issues that I were having in those games were really high scoring games, and I was having the quarterback gets sacked way too often. I feel like I've fixed both of those. Now, they're not exactly where I want them to be. I still think we need to decrease the amount of times that the quarterback is still getting sacked. The National Football League average is around 2 sacks per game for a team. So we want to be somewhere around that, which would mean anywhere from 3 to 4 sacks for the entire game for both sides, really depending on the team and their strengths, of course. And then the other thing, of course, was the high scoring affair. And I think with just tweaking a few things and changing a few things on the sliders, I've been able to fix that as well. And I've had some really good games here. As you can see here, I had 3 games that were all completely different scoring. One was a high scoring game, one was a low scoring game, and one was your like typical NFL scoring game with one team winning kind of single-handedly. But a lot of these games are very fun. As I mentioned before, this is the best way to play Madden 22 in my opinion. Madden is too scripted. The animations take over. It can be very frustrating to play the game, and I do have sliders if you want to play those on the channel as well. But I think just overall, this is the best way to enjoy Madden without getting too frustrated with what the developers have laid out in front of us. But without further ado, let's check out these sliders. So here, as I mentioned before, we only have to worry about CPU skill sliders. We don't have to change any of the player skill. And one way that I made sure that that wasn't the case was I turned down wide receiver catching and fumbles. Now, this would make fumbles happen all the time, and obviously with catching at 0, the wide receivers would never catch the ball for the team that I started the game with. I was kind of making sure that we could leave these the same, and once I never saw any issue with that whatsoever. So if you're going to play CPU versus CPU and you turn it on Super Sim and watch the game on slow so you see every single play, then you only need to adjust the CPU skill. Now, if you're doing simulations where you just sim the games, you don't even watch them, these sliders are not made for that. So don't use them. I mean, you could try. Let me know down in the comments if they work, but these aren't what these are made for. If you want some just strictly simulation sliders, let me know and I will work on those as well. But if you want to watch the game unfold, let the CPU play the CPU, these are perfect. Starting with quarterback accuracy, I lowered that to 24. Pass blocking, I've increased quite a lot to help out with the quarterback taking too many sacks. We got wide receiver catching the same. Run blocking, I increased just a little bit to help out with run blocking. Fumbles is the same. Pass defensive time, I increased a little bit, along with decreased interceptions, and left pass coverage the same. I really think that the quarterback is able to throw the ball deep down the field, and you saw that in some of the highlights, and I really like that. I don't want to see quarterbacks checking it down a whole lot. Tackles we left the same at 70 as well. Field goal power, pretty much all this is the same. Like I mentioned in the previous video, when you're watching sim, the computer does not max out their punt or field goal power. They usually try to keep it within that, that green zone, and they don't try to max it out like we do when we're playing. So to offset that, I've increased their field goal and punt power, but decreasing the accuracy on both field goals and punt accuracy. And then with kickoff power, I've got that pretty high up there as well, just to help out with some of those touchbacks, because most kickoffs in the NFL now result in touchbacks. Fatigue, I bumped up slightly to 63. Minimal player threshold, I've left at 40. And all the penalties are currently the same. But that is pretty much it, guys. I hope everybody enjoys this. I will be putting out some more videos in the upcoming days. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. I appreciate the support as always. And if you enjoyed these, make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch everybody later. Floopy Donkey out.